maybe this will be an episode, maybe this won't.
What you got
but
there,
I have the print-ups of Jack Kirby's Star Warriors starring Adam Starr in the Solar Legion.
Holy shit.
I wanted to show
oh my
these
God.
to you. So this isn't the actual cover. This was like a first draft cover I did, and then the final cover is different, a little different from this. But the rest of it is more or less what it's going to look like in the finished product.
This is awesome. Great work, Tom. Oh my God. This is I can't believe I'm seeing the print. Like, can I show it to the camera?
Yeah, you can show it to the camera.
This is great. Look at this. This guy.
Yeah, he's going to be a big favorite, a big hit.
This is awesome. I'm loving the colors of this. Tom, talk about you're having a big year here.
Yeah,
good work.
Yeah, I always feel like I could be doing more, but you're right. It is I got to take a step back and be like, no, this is a lot of cool stuff to be happening in 1 year.
We talk about Total Recall, this is the perfect vibe.
Mm-hmm. Sort of classic, something that you wished would have existed but didn't, that kind of.
And this is coming out with Image Comics.
Image Comics, yeah. That was because we talked about this. We announced this project on the Total Recall show a little while back, but I hadn't let out about it being Image. I was kind of holding that piece back until the actual solicitation came out. So now it's available for pre-order in solicitation. There's a link in the show notes below. Get it through Diamond previews from your local comics shop.
So I wish I could just read through this whole I wish I could have it is the this
it'll
is
be
incredible.
out before you know it.
I'm
coming out in
picking
September.
that up. This is gorgeous. I love the tone, the feel, the look. Every aspect is awesome. I don't know the history of this comic or how did you tackle it or come at it
Well, I mean, it was Jack Kirby. It was a series of short comics in a comic book called Crash Comics in 1940, and they were just these short little episodes. There's just 3 of them, but it's very early Jack Kirby. It's right before he started working with Joe Simon, so it's solo Kirby. It's the first thing where he signed his name. Yeah, and it was just
everything about this comic is the design of these ships.
Yeah.
Are these you? Are you?
What you're looking at here, the characters, the writing, the designs, that's all Jack Kirby.
It's fucking great.
What I'm doing is I'm taking what Jack
amazing.
Kirby created, and then I'm recomposing. So the things you've been looking at would have been 6 or 7 panels all crowded onto a page with weird shapes and stuff with bad inking, bad coloring, or just sort of rough inking, rough coloring. And so what I did was I took away that coloring and then applied a mostly black and white aesthetic with some red spot color. But then I also I redrew it. I stayed faithful to what Kirby was drawing, but I tried to remove the ink, remove this very coarse ink and bring, try to recreate as best as I could what I think Jack Kirby's delicate pencils would have looked like. So just, and then this is one panel smashed in, with a bunch of other panels. So I make it into
it's great.
A full splash page and stuff. So it's taking this Kirby story and then just giving it room to breathe, letting it, but very little of me in it.
I was gonna say, I love the designs of these outfits. I love how their weapons look.
Yeah, in reading this, the old, Kirby stories that I got these from. Yeah, it was so great, but then just the presentation of it was lacking. Made it kind of like you wouldn't notice. These stories have been around forever, and Kirby super fans and stuff know about it, and it's an interesting curiosity, and it's oh, these things are pretty cool and stuff. But I feel it's so great, and you just need to give it a little nudge here and there for people to really be able to bring the greatness to the fore. Yeah, isn't that a cool looking monster? Like this feels like Star Wars in 1940, which again, Star Wars was trying to be like a 1940s space opera, largely Flash Gordon, but this is like the prequels.
It's so awesome.
This is like those scenes in the prequels when they're in the, when all those monsters are attacking them and they're like tied to those posts.
Yes.
Yeah, great.
Oh, look at this.
Designs. Yeah. It just kind of, it like really presages a lot of the stuff Jack Kirby was going to do later. And I feel like it's as good as any of his prime stuff. It's just, it was, just presented in this very like weird way that was of the time. Like that's what comic books looked like back then. But
this is so good.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're like you said, the colors like that you chose and like the and just like this is once again all of our episodes tonight are like tickling me at the core. Look at that.
Yeah, these fun designs. And then like there's like sea monsters that show up later that are like
the Solar Lead. I like their names too. Love Derek.
Yeah, he's like the Spock of the and yeah, he looks like
who does it?
Jack Kirby created a lot of that type of character. These sort of like big head alien kind of guys. And here, here's like an early version. Yeah, may Bako be with you, K. Starr. And may Bako be with you. That was a 19 that he wrote that in 1940. I didn't create a thing where he says like a version of May the Force be with you. That was there from day one in this Jack Kirby. So it is like that's why it's kind of like Star Warriors was kind of
so wait
with 2 R's
was
for Adam
Star like tell me the Star Warriors was you. That was me. I was like
because it was
God,
the comic was called Solar Legion, which to me like I feel like that's another part of the reason why people don't really like take note of those stories that Kirby did. They're not really like super highly regarded or anything. The name is so bland, but then the main character Kirby has, the guy's name's Adam Starr. So why not call it Adam Starr? Like that's such a cool title.
Name.
Adam Starr sounds much better than Solar Legion. But then, I'm trying to make this thing sing. I'm trying to make it into a viable commercial product, and it's like Star Warriors. Yeah, Starr. I created the title Jack Kirby's Star Warriors, starring Adam Starr and the Solar Legion.
It's like the best title I've ever heard.
Solar Legion, and it featured Adam Starr.
Great. May Bako be with you.
Yeah, may Bako be with you. And then check out this giant sea monster.
Oh my gosh!
That he has to ride past in his little like this is again
episode
it's the prequels.
1.
It's like
literally
which I get now. Like the Star Wars prequels were so much closer to like the source material that Lucas was mining. Like they were so much more like a Flash Gordon era kind of thing. And I wouldn't be surprised if Lucas was aware of this. Like Solar Legion, like Lucas is a comics fan, a comic scholar. He's a Kirby fan, and I think he'd had to be aware of this stuff. But this is like,
yeah, I can see Jar Jar in there with Qui-Gon.
Yeah, with Qui-Gon and the giant fish and stuff. And there's always a bigger fish,
And he's like definitely got may the Baku be with you.
Yeah.
I love this craft he's on.
Mm-hmm. It makes me think of like the Bat ski boat. Yeah, now they're being fed to the giant sea monster. Oh my God.
Small atom blaster.
Yeah, there's like a scene where he's got this remote controlled like nuclear bomb that he drops on the pirates like early on in it.
Dude, this is awesome.
So that's
great work. Thanks for preview of it. Thank you so much, welcome, Tom. Yeah. That's so special. That means a lot. Like hell yeah, Tom. That's awesome.
So
great work, Tom.
Thanks.
Like
I wanted to share it with you. Let you take a look.
Very special. Means a lot to me, man.
Cool.
Thanks for showing that. And like you have like so much like 2023's like.
Mm-hmm.
Big time, man. Shaping up pretty nicely.
Yeah, be on the lookout for Jack Kirby's Star Warriors, starring Adam Starr and the Solar Legion from Image Comics and Tom Scioli and Jack Kirby, of course.
I can't, Tom. That title is so awesome, dude.
That was fun. It was fun. Like, again, like Jack Kirby is the star of this book for sure. Like he, it's 99% Jack Kirby, but I made sure to do my part, like to give the full
You definitely did.
gusto to my part, and one of them was sort of coming up with a new title for it.
That is so good.
Thanks.
Like, oh, that's so awesome. And it looks beautiful.
Thanks.
And once again, like our great run of episodes tonight, like what this is like a Total Recall show, like
Yeah, a lot of
like the
vibe,
perfect vibe of that.